Hello again, everybody, from Houston, Texas. New Balance Future Stars Series Class of 26 National Tournament wrapping up. GPS Legends Puffer with the championship. Boy, they played great all 5 days. Had a lot of highlights. We're going to show you some right here as we hear from the championship team. Check it out.
You know, playing a couple doubleheaders, couple days, it's kind of tough. But, we battled through. There's a lot of adversity. We played some good competition the last 3 or 4 days. The group is tough. They've been together all year and, multiple years. So it was good for us to come out on top.
It was a good tournament. I think it was a 7-0, I think, right? 7-0. Won it, pitched well, hit well. Everyone did good in defense. Just a great team win. Watching our pitchers pitch, guys getting up to 90, low 90s, mid 90s. It's crazy. I mean, we're 17. Watching guys hit nukes. I mean, it's the best feeling. It just makes you want to do it too.
We tell our guys every time you go out, there could be a time where, someone will catch you and, catch your eye, school, coach, whatever it is, to get you to the next level. And I think that's how, we present every day. So, we tell our kids play hard every day. You never know who's watching and, at the end of the day, have fun.
All right, congratulations to the GPS Legends Puffer team for winning that championship. That's some pretty cool hardware. Now let's break down the tournament and hear from a guy who really saw all the talent on the field. It's Robbie Moen, Director of Player Development and Scouting for Future Stars Series. Sir. Robbie, good to talk to you.
Thank you, Daniel.
Lots of talent, especially with this group. These guys kind of poised to make that next step. D1 draft. I mean, this is the group that a lot of people keep their eyes on.
It is, and we had a couple college coaches here today, which was good, and it just lets the kids showcase their abilities in front of people. And you can really see what happens when you got teams that play together. They seem to be able to withstand the grind of the 6 games, 7 games over a 5-day period. And the Tigers this morning, that's a pretty solid squad. We've got several of those guys coming to the National Combine, and you can see they just were kind of beat down a little bit just from all their travel. And the UB Big Dog, they put up a good fight, but that team TXT was just a little bit stronger, so you get that matchup in the finals. And it really came down to a couple of plays defensively that extended innings for TXT and GPS. They capitalized, and that's why they walked away as champions.
What did you think about the overall group of talent that you saw from all these teams that come here, travel? You mentioned the Canadian team. They were on the road for 3 weeks. This was their last tournament. Right. Lots of teams committing to playing an event like this because they know how important it is.
I think it's good. We saw some good arms. Jamie Chipman for GPS, he was up to 92. Cordova for the TXT team in the first game today, sat 86, 89 the whole game. Reyna, the last pitcher for TXT, he sat 86, 89 his whole time. So it was really good, and the Big Dogs had 3 guys that we committed to inviting to our combine. Their shortstop Caleb Calvert, their catcher Micah Gooden, and their pitcher Calvin Phelps. You look along the line, TXT, they had Christian Oliveras, he's a FSS alum. They had Jaime Cordova, who I already mentioned, that Aaron Castillo, who filled in. He's a long-time FSS guy. So we had those guys kind of plugged in throughout the tournament, and you could just see there was a lot of athletic players here. Yes. A lot of guys that could play middle infield, could play the outfield, guys that could run a little bit. So overall, I think the talent was good. I don't think it's going to be great like our combine, but it was a good tournament.
What do you see, or what do you look for, especially with this particular group? Metrics are important, hit numbers, yeah, that's nice, but what do you as a scout, a player developer, want to see from individual teams when they come to groups like this?
You want to see guys that know how to play the game. It's not necessarily about bunting all the time, because that's not a big part of the game, but there's a guy on first inning ground ball. Can they play their way into a good hop, give the guy a good feed and turn a double play? Can the pitcher throw strike 1? Can the catcher block in the 6th inning a curveball in the dirt with a guy on third base? If there's runners at second and third, does he hit behind the guys to advance both, or does he get selfish and try to pull the ball and drive in 2, and he pops up and advances nothing? So it's not just, the metrics are great, but I'm really kind of a feel guy. I want to see guys who can play, and a guy that kind of comes to mind is that, I'm not Braden Nagely, I'm probably mispronouncing his last name, but he just had a really good, he's a guy that always hit the ball hard. Yeah. He catches, he plays the outfield. He's a gamer.
Yeah, you guys, you're looking for guys that have that growth, right? That room for growth, right? They have that base, that fundamental base, and then as long as you can get them now into the combine and kind of coach them up and kind of communicate with them a little bit more, that's kind of what you're looking for, right?
Sure, the combine is going to be great. We got 120 guys that are coming in, and it's going to be a loaded event. I mean, it's going to be players up and down. We got D1 commits all up and down the board. We got some guys that are going to put themselves in position to be high drafts. And I'm excited just to get beyond the field, and I'll be up close with them all the time. I'm not going to be upstairs scouting, going to be down here, and it's going to be, you know, game on from the first time we set foot on the field at 7:30 tomorrow morning.
And finally, does it always kind of blow you away, the level of talent that continues to come through this series? I mean, there's there's one class after another. There's players developing. I mean, you get to see this right up here, up close and personal.
You know, it's not a surprise, but it's a kind of a pleasant thing to see, because we do things, I think, a little bit different way than everybody else. Whether that's better or not, you know, I'm not going to say, but I have my opinions. Sure. But you can see we're about the development, we're about the relationships, we're about the scouting part. It's not about a ranking, it's not all about numbers. And so we get to kids' kind of core a little bit. We reach them. We got great player development guys that know how to teach, that know how to instruct, so we give them plans to work on. And then the kids, once they get in it, once they see how different we are, and it's all about, they want to see, they've seen the guys that have gone through it, so they want to get to that level. So they work, they come back better, so that makes the next year's class that much better, and it's kind of like a feeder system, and we're only growing.
Well, Robbie Moen, he knows what he's doing. The coaching staff here knows what they're doing. It's a great group. Next time we talk to you, we'll be talking about the Combine, which is going to be a lot of talent, a lot of skill set on this field. We will talk to you then. Take care.